There's a reason Rory plays so well here. It's because of this club.
I fully think when you're talking driver, this guy is up there with, if not the best driver of the ball that's ever played on the tour. Here's a good example of why right here. About 300 plus uphill into the wind right in the middle of the fairway.
Yeah, that was just slaughtered right there. 307 carry.
Yeah, since 2015, he has a giant lead over everyone else that's played this event in drives over 300 yards. It's the putting at Arnie's place that has really allowed McIlroy to be such a dominant player here in the last 5 years. Now Molinary.
Arnold Palmer himself was one of those best drivers of all time. He hit that nice, level, flattish draw every day. This, I don't think he hit very solidly. It was kind of like a wounded dove up in the air and kicked right. Might catch rough.
In fact, it did catch the longest rough.
That's good fortune.
Tyrrell, your defending champ.
Right now, he's working hard to keep these emotions intact.
And you show up with certain expectations, don't you? I mean, you're defending champion. You're number 5 in the world. It's seemingly struggling to make par on any given hole is not what you expected or wanted to have.
And it has been a rough one for the defending champ, but the 2018
That was is a thickish lie, but not one that he should have much trouble advancing. He did. That's got to get left, though. Whew, good break that it stopped short of the heavy stuff.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's right up against the curb.
Frankie and Tyrrell are just fighting it right now, aren't they, Billy?
They are. And they're just trying to figure something out. But
I mean, what was that all about? Looking to see if it's
I think he feels as though there's some mud on the ball.
Okay. Well, if there is with this club, you're going to know quickly.
I walked past it. I didn't see any, but I didn't get on my hands and knees either, though.
Yeah.
This left
Thank you very much.
left of the world.
What is today? Oh my God. Literally, I can't even get
Yeah, we told you he was a colorful character, and unfortunately, living up to it on the other side of par. This is the 4th hill, Billy.
Yeah, you have the 2 bunkers, and Rory just blitzed it out here. Obviously, the penalty area, the water down the right-hand side. Today's whole location in that back left portion, but everything on the left side works away from the hole. You just really can't go over this green. Otherwise, you're struggling to get the ball up and down from back there.
And now Rory.
As you said, Billy, over's no good. You know, as strange as it is to say, it's into the wind uphill, 257 to the hole. Rory, if he hits like a low draw, can get it over this green. I think he needs to get just a little air under the ball for the wind to kill it. This left trying to cut. Might catch that bunker in the front. Nope, it carried it.
And he is that. A nice, easy 2-putt away from joining Jay stroke here, stroke here, stroke here, that others aren't having that same luxury.
I do. You're absolutely right, mate.
Now Molinary, this is 3rd, still has 172 in.
I mean, the lie was not that bad for his second. For out here, it's still pretty bad for anywhere else. Like I said, lucky it didn't go another 2 feet into the deep rough. 172. I think this rough is so lush, Billy, that you kind of take flyer out. Even the first cut, you take flyer out. It's just never going to fly. They're all going to come out a little slow.
I would agree. There's just
Well judged.
Yeah, that's nice, and he kept it short of the hole. And you're just not going to be able to put enough speed between hitting the ball in that heavy rough, simply because.
Guys, an incredible break for him to have a shot to get up on the green. I mean, it was a foot away from unplayable, but now he's got a birdie putt.
Robert, what's Rory have here? Easy two-putt?
Yeah, it should be an easy two-putt. There's not a lot in it as far as break, but it comes up and over a little ridge. He's putting uphill and into the wind, so not one that he's really scared of getting away from him. So that said, yeah, I'd say easy two-putt. Doesn't mean that I'm early calling him, though.
I'm thinking with this wind direction, Robert, and even though it looks like it may have gone down just a little bit, but I'm thinking with this wind direction, you two-putt here, you get the next couple. He could easily get to 6 under par.
Well, we were talking too, Billy, about driving number 6. Number 5 is straight downwind. You know, Rory, if he wants to, can go over those bunkers. Bryson can certainly get it. It's only 350 to the front edge. So, yeah, there's some real opportunities for birdie in the next handful of holes.
Pretty. Make a couple of long ones. Pace is good. I know he's happy to see it. He's hit way too many corners this year with putts. I never thought I'd hear Robert say, well, it's only 350 to the front.
And RoryMcIlroy is now in a tie for the lead at the Arnold Palmer Invitational. You look at McIlroy on this golf course over the years. He is ranked 226th in driving accuracy for a reason. Back to Molinary for birdie.
Well, that would have been really stealing one if
They're not very hazardous there with the bunker. This is Hatton, who, just for his own psyche, you feel like this would be nice.
Exactly.
this too would be stealing one, but you know, there's days they're just not going to go in, and you're not going to make it easy on yourself either.
And obviously, I mean, you guys tell me, but you're starting to absolutely play your way out of the weekend.
Yeah, you know, you start forcing things.
Forcing it, that's what I mean, yeah.
And, you know, when you talk to players, what do you try to do? What is the goal when you're put in this position? Well, the goal is to minimize what you've done so far, and if you can just kind of get maybe one or two coming to the house, then the task at hand is not as hard tomorrow. You just don't want to try to get them all back at once.
Oh boy. Yeah, I think the wheels are off of the TyrellHatton train there, and that's.
What's that, the second or third one, Robert?
Yeah, I mean,